Good morning, boys and girls. Today I am at a meeting, and so I won't see you. As a result, what I'd like to do is provide you with two videos, one video detailing to you what will take place in class, the other video modeling to you a math strategy that I will use to multiply whole numbers by decimals, or a whole number by a decimal. Today's lesson is called Getting a Raise. I spoke to Connor Redman yesterday, and he brought up the issue or the point that in most jobs at some point, if you're performing well, your boss does give you some type of either bonus or some type of raise. And I feel that it's about that time when a lot of you either could use a raise or certainly deserve one as a result of your math work this year. So I'm very proud of you in that sense and want to give you a raise. We're in Unit 6, and one of the major standards in Unit 6 is being able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide whole numbers and decimals. And that's a common one you'll find throughout the beginning of Unit 6. And today I want you to be able to do this. You have to demonstrate that you can calculate the percentage of a number by multiplying a whole number by a decimal. And that's what you'll find yourself doing today, multiplying a whole number by a decimal. I want to talk to you a little bit about today's class. You're going to watch a video lesson. You're watching this one right now just to let you know what we're doing in class. But you will watch a video lesson on calculating raise. That is the first thing that you'll do after this. Once you watch that video lesson, you'll have knowledge on how to actually calculate your raise, because you're going to be determining your new salary. You're not calculating a new paycheck today. No, you're just calculating a new salary today. Tomorrow we're going to actually calculate your paychecks because, of course, you know we have to account for tax. But today you'll watch a video lesson on calculating raise. Afterwards, you're then going to finish selecting your cable plan. I want you to keep the cable plan sheet at least until Friday, because on Friday we're going to debit the value, and you'll record that in your checkbook register, and you'll have that value for the remainder of the year. But don't throw out that cable plan sheet. Next thing, finish calculating your debt-to-income ratio, and I want you to keep this paper. I want to refer to the debt-to-income ratio right now. You worked on this yesterday. It was called April debt-to-income ratio. One thing I wanted to briefly talk to you about was putting your ratio into simplest form. Over here you see we have a debt-to-income ratio of $1,254.93 to $1,826.65. In other words, what happens, or what this means, is that for every $1,826.65 this person earns, $1,254.93 goes towards debt. But we can actually put this into simpler form. First thing I notice right away is that both values are odd, and as a result they cannot be halved. You cannot divide both of these by 2 or by 4. So you're kind of, that presents a problem. But really it doesn't. I've actually already checked. This value is divisible by 3. This value is not, so you can't divide both of them by 3 to put them in simpler form. One option is dividing both of them by 10 and ending up with a ratio that has a decimal. If I were to divide this value by 10, $1,254.93, I would receive, or my quotient would be $125.49, and if I were to divide $1,826.65 by 10, my quotient would be $182.66. So I could divide both of them by 10, and then from there I could divide them by another 10. If I were to divide these by 100, I would end up with this value, this ratio being $12.54, and this value being $18.26. So that itself presents an easier way for me to understand the ratio. For every $18.26 I earn, $12.54 is lost to debt. So I could divide by 10. Another strategy that I could use is simply eliminating the tenths and the hundredths. And then from there, I have two numbers that are both just even. And then I could divide by 2 and continue to divide by 2 until I get to a ratio that's in really simple form. Maybe something that's as close as for every $3 I make, I lose $2 to debt. That's what this ratio might represent. I'm just calculating that mentally. I want you to fill this out, this entire sheet out, and you have to do your visual representation. I want you to use a ruler, that's the expectation, and I want you to use color when you are representing your debt to income ratio. In the past, although it's not noted on the sheet, I have asked you to label. Your values, such as writing your percentages down, I've asked you to indicate what percent represents what, which is the debt, which is the income. So I would like you to continue doing that for me as well. Let's go back to the, talking about this lesson. After you calculate, after you select your cable plan and calculate your new April debt to income ratio, I want you to keep both of those papers. Just please keep them. You're not going to turn them into me now. We're going to go over them tomorrow, and we're actually going to do some more calculations tomorrow. Then I want you to calculate your raise. The sheet that I'm providing to you looks like this. It's called Your Raise and New Salary. And you're going to need this sheet. This sheet has a list of your careers, and it tells you what careers you have, and it actually gives you your original salaries. So you'll need this sheet, and I've got that sheet for you. Again, what you'll do is you'll calculate your raise on that sheet, and it actually just kind of looks like this. It has a table for your old salary, a percentage of your raise, the amount of your raise, and the new salary. You will be calculating your new salary today. I don't want you to get the impression that you're calculating a paycheck today, because we have to account for tax, which we'll do tomorrow, but you have to find out what your old salary is. You need to add your raise, or actually find out what the raise is, knowing the percentage. Calculate the amount of money that your salary is increasing by, and then calculate what your new salary is. And I'll repeat that again. You'll determine your old salary using the chart that I've shown you. You will have a number, a percentage that you will use to increase your old salary by. Then you have to determine how much your salary increases by. What is the amount of your raise? And then you'll write your new salary down. And then leave that value. Keep this sheet for tomorrow. It looks like this, but it's on Microsoft Word. Okay, so let's go back. And then, keep all of your info, and we'll just talk about it tomorrow. And before I wrap this up, some supplies that you'll need today. You'll need that career list that I showed you with your salaries. You'll need your raise and new salary sheet. It's a Microsoft Word sheet, and you'll need yesterday's work. Okay, I'm going to stop this video, and I'm going to get to the actual modeling and lesson for you just right now. Thanks. Bye.